everyone, welcome to another video. We are very excited today. We are recording from this new location. We came to spend the day here. It's fabulous. We will show you a little bit, but look at this green. So whoever tells you that there's no green in UAE, don't believe them. There is green.
So guys, here's what we were thinking. With the information overload that we are experiencing right now, we were wondering if we have lost touch with the ability to listen to our inner intuition. For example, is creatine right or wrong for you? Is protein powder right or wrong for you? Is fasting right or wrong for you? Is skincare right or wrong for you? And there's so many conflicting views about this. You have some people saying, oh, this is the research behind it. And you have the polar opposite side saying, well, this is the other research that's saying maybe it's not good. So we were wondering, have we as humans lost touch to listen to our own bodies that tells us whether or not it is right for us or not?
100%.
Because what is right for Peter might not be right for Paul. So the answer to that, before we get to the answer, check this out.
Who told you UAE is not green? We've been actually talking because the information is so overwhelming right now, and I'm sure we're not the only ones, that you don't know which route to take. Everything seems now to be super healthy or super harmful. There is no this balance anymore, even with simple things like eggs, where eggs every day, it's not good because increases cholesterol. There is another latest research where that's an old science saying that eggs every day is perfectly fine because the cholesterol in eggs is not what really causes high cholesterol. And everyone sounds so convincing that you don't know what to follow. And of course, we as everyone else have been following some of the advices of some experts. And sometimes not even experts, but people with big reach in social media like biohackers, which are not as experts in their field. If take the time to check what actually is a biohacker and what actually is an expert, a doctor in nutrition and a specialist in a field in medicine or in science, but a biohacker is not. We could be biohackers and call ourselves biohackers. So those people are not experts. Those people collect data and they're able to tell you things. And we has fell into also following some of these experts telling you what's the best. And to give you some examples, for example, about fasting, you could...
Yeah, sometimes they have the research to really back it up. But I believe at least my concern with that is we are so biologically unique, each and every one of us. So even with all that research, it cannot be one size fits all. At least this is what we believe. So for me, for example, fasting doesn't necessarily work on me because I was putting my body under stress, like big stress. I was using the toilet more frequently.
Bloating.
I had really uncomfortable bloating, like it was really painful.
And this is when it gets tricky. Why? Because we give autonomy to that expert, and the expert is telling you the list of benefits that fasting does. So you kind of ignore what your body's telling you, the bloating, and you feel like, oh, is my body adapting? This is new, or you even justify saying, my body's cleansing.
Yeah.
Because you give the power that you have to an expert, which is following general rules that maybe work for 80% of the population, but you belong to the 20%
Yeah.
that doesn't.
Yeah.
And this is where we got into the conclusion that why we, even if those are experts, people that study the human body, we are unique. And we are numbing ourselves and just following general rules instead of going in with our own power to tell us how do we feel in fasting stage.
Yeah, yeah. Because the body speaks. The body will send you signals. The body will send you signs. But we often, like you said, numb those signs by saying, oh, well, maybe it's just my body adjusting or adapting to this new regimen, to this new diet, you know, to this new fasting program that I'm doing. So maybe it could be that your body is sending you the signs, but you're just not listening because you've taken on the advice of the expert, which assuming that they know better than all of us.
And no one knows better than your own body.
Exactly.
And the only way that that expert will specifically know what works for you individually, if there is a one-on-one session and a big research just about you, with so many, if that's your root, so many tests to understand your unique body, because we are not all the same.
Right.
And again, this is not about taking sides and not saying because fasting was not good for you. This is not. There are people, and we have friends feeling fabulous doing fasting, intermittent fasting, 24-hour fastings, and it's true that it creates a reset for your kidney and your liver, etc. But doesn't work for everyone, and this is what our experience has told us. And where do we draw the line about this power that we have, and we stop giving power to the expert? When do we draw the line and say, that's interesting, let me try and see how it works for me?
How does my body respond?
Exactly. You start understanding the signs of your body. And for him, for example, his 3 meals works perfectly. He was able to accomplish his body weight, his muscle growth, his definition with 3 meals a day. No snacks, and still, just to make it clear, he enters a fasting stage because he has, from his dinner until his breakfast, usually it's 12 to 14 hours. This is also considered fasting because it's the amount of time that all your organs need to really process everything you ate the day before. But it's not this intermittent fasting of 16, 18, 20. He doesn't respond well to that.
Maybe for other people it might be 2 meals.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And there's some people who even respond well to 1 meal a day where their bodies work.
We have friends actually that living in meals in intermittent fasting, and they just eat when they feel hungry, and they just eat during that window of time everything they want, and they feel amazing. But are you really feeling amazing, or you numbing ourselves? Because we also went through that. This that we talk about, stopping the signs, and you lacking of energy, you like, oof, I don't feel like doing that. Those are signs, because if you ate, you should feel energetic throughout the whole day until it's nighttime. It's also to say that maybe the way it's not deciding whether creatine is good or bad. Creatine defines or not muscle, gives you more energy or not. If the skincare that is organic is better for me because the other one, but what works for you? You are unique. My biology is very different than him, very different. Even if you are a twin, both of you guys are different. So maybe it's time to look within us, and the power that lives within us that will tell you, you know what, fruits 3 times a day works for me. I actually don't have any peak of glucose. It works for me. That awareness that your body's always sending you signs. So that's what we've been talking, and I think it was worth it to share with you guys. I'm sure we are not the only ones who are going through this, because it's very, very overwhelming out there. And don't tell me that it's about these grams per my weight. No, it's context, and that's it. So maybe let's tap into our own power and into what our bodies actually tell us every time we consume something. I think that's the way.
Yeah.
Listening to the experts and then say, let's see how that works for me. How do I feel?
So really just like tapping into that inner intuition that speaks. And when we say speaks, we mean it shows you signs. It manifests in the physical body.
Yep. And if you're liking these videos, we will really appreciate it if you can leave us some comments, if you can tell us what will you like us to talk about. We are always talking here and sharing things that we talk at home that concerns us. We go through the same thing that pretty much everyone is doing. We're not coming here from a place of a lot of knowledge. We're just as confused as everyone else, but trying to find power and answers within us instead of in the external. And it will really mean a lot. It helps with motivation, with keep going. If you leave us a comment, if you tell us what you want to hear, or if you are very curious about how Lance trains or what I do, and that will be very motivated for us.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we'll send you big hugs, and I hope you like this video.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time.